Hi everyone, good morning. Am I audible?
Good morning, Nancy.
Yes. So in yesterday class, we have discussed about problem management. So in today, we are going to discuss about change management. In today class, we are going to discuss about change management. Okay. Yes. What is change management? What is change management? For example, yes. So tickets will assign to us in the real time. If we have any work, that work will assign to us. So after assigning that work to us, so we have to move that work to production environment or live environment. So for moving our work to production environment or live environment, change management is required for moving our work to live environment or production environment. So change management is required. So we have already document prepared for change management. We can look into it. So you can see what is change? What is change? Change is addition, modification, or removal of anything that could have an effect on IT service. Change is addition, modification, or removal of anything that could have an effect on IT service. That could have an effect on IT service. So basically, so in the live environment or in the production environment, so if we want to add something, if we want to add some new functionality, or if we want to modify some existing functionality, or if we want to remove the outdated functionality, if we want to remove the outdated functionality, so we require change management. We require change management. So you can see change is addition, modification, or removal of anything that could have effect to IT service. Okay. Yes. So if we want to add any new functionality to production environment, or if you want to modify existing functionality in the production environment, if you want to remove the outdated functionality from the live environment, so we require the change management. Basically, there are three types of changes available. There are three types of changes available: normal change, standard change, and emergency change. Normal change, standard change, and emergency change. So some organizations will follow one more change. Some organizations will follow one more change that we are calling as comprehensive change. That we are calling as comprehensive change. Okay. Change is addition, modification, or removal of anything that could have an effect on IT service. That could have an effect on IT service. There are three types of change requests. There are three types of change requests. So normal change, standard change, and emergency change. So some organizations will follow one more change, that is comprehensive change. That is comprehensive change. Okay. So we can check what is normal change, what is standard change, and emergency change. Here you can see normal change. Any service change that is not standard change or an emergency change. Any service change that is not a standard change or an emergency change. Okay. So if we have any change request, so if that is not a standard change or emergency change, that means normal change will follow the regular procedure. Okay. Normal change will follow the regular procedure. Next. Standard change. A standard change is a pre-authorized change. That is low risk, relatively common, and follows a procedure or work instruction. Standard change is a pre-authorized change. That is low risk, relatively common, and follows a procedure or work instruction. So generally, in our organization, sometimes we have regular change requests. So those we have regularly, for example, so we have to take database backup every week. That is a routine change. That is a routine change, and we have to follow every week. We have to follow every week. Okay. So maybe daily at 10 a.m. we have to send employees attendance sheet to HR manager. That is a routine, daily routine change. Okay. Those kind of change requests are called standard change. Those are, so whatever the change request we are doing daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis. So we are calling those as standard changes. Those are calling as standard changes. Emergency change. A change that must be implemented as soon as possible. A change that must be implemented as soon as possible. Okay, a change that must be implemented as soon as possible. For example, so we have seen incidents, we have seen problems. Okay, so whenever if we get some issue, we are resolving that incident, right? And if you want to if you want to fix that incident in the production environment as soon as possible, we require the emergency change request. We require the emergency change request. Got it? So if you want to fix anything, if you want to add a functionality as early as possible, so we'll use the emergency change. So got it? So change definition and the 3 types of changes. Any queries here, please ask me. No? Okay.
Anji sir,
Yes.
any in normal change, it is saying that any service change that is not a standard and emergency. So what could be that for an example?
So we can see. So whatever the change request. Okay. So in daily basis, work is assigning to you, and you are doing work. So you are moving your work to live environment. Okay. So for example, previously we have income tax. Now we have GST. Okay. Previously we have tax and we have GST. Okay. So for example, so before bringing GST, you have to prepare a GST portal, right? And you have to prepare some documentation for GST. You can say that is normal change. That is, we are calling as normal change. Okay.
Yeah.
And so whatever the change requests we have in the organization, those all are the normal change requests only. Most of the change requests we will do normal change requests only. Okay. Whenever you get some work, you are doing that, and you are going to implement that on the production environment. So that is a normal change. Okay, we don't have it's like we don't have hurry burry, or it's not commonly doing work. Okay, that should be called as normal change. Got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So if you are doing common work and repeated work, okay, it may be daily, weekly, monthly, alternate days, whatever it may be, that is the standard change. Got it? If we are doing repeated work, so that is the standard change. Okay, emergency change. Yes. So yes, it is also like normal change only, but you want to implement this functionality as soon as possible. So we are calling it as an emergency change. Got it? So here basically normal change request will follow the regular change management life cycle, a regular change management life cycle. So we have approvals, we have assignment routings and all. Okay. Standard change doesn't require approvals basically because of that is the daily routine, the routine change, you can say. Okay. Yes. Emergency change. Maybe you require only higher authority people's uh, approval for moving your functionality to production environment. Got it, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Next, change management. So you can see, what do you mean by change management? Right. The purpose of change management is to control the life cycle of all changes, enabling beneficial changes to be made with minimum disruption to IT service. Respond to the customer changing business requirements while maximizing the value and reducing incidents, disruption and rework. Okay. So the purpose of change management is to control the life cycle of all changes, enabling beneficial changes to be made with minimum disruption to IT service. Respond to the customer changing business requirements while maximizing the value and reducing instance, disruption, and rework. Okay. So while implementing a change request, you can say while implementing a change request, you can reduce the rework. Okay, you can reduce the rework, and we can also reduce the incidents. We can also reduce the incidents, and we can also we can also doesn't get any disturbances in between the work. Okay, while implementing a change request, our organization's business is maximizing the value. Okay, we are increasing the organization's business. We are increasing the organization's business. Okay, and so in the change request, and we have to respond to the customers. So every time they will change some business requirements, so we have to do that. Based upon that, the business value can increase. The business value can increase. For example, guys, so maybe I will tell you with some simple example. For example, we have Flipkart, we have Amazon, we have some e-commerce websites. So whenever they launch the Flipkart app, it has some limited products only available there. Okay, so yes, even after releasing that Flipkart app with some limited products only in the background, so we have some change implementation is going on. Okay, yes, after sometimes they introduce some more products. Okay, after some time they introduce some more products. So, and after some time, now we can also buy a groceries from the Flipkart store. Yes or no? Okay, so like implement, so one step by step, implementing the changes on the existing functionality is providing the is maximizing the value of that Flipkart business. Okay, got it, everybody? What exactly change management is? Yes, yes or no? And we have DMart. For example, we have DMart. So whenever they started DMart, so maybe it was in per city we have only one DMart, and at the starting they also provided many offers. Yes, so one after another, so with offers, and they are attracting the customers, and they also get some goodwill. Okay, so now we can say DMart is a brand. Now we can say DMart is a brand. How it is possible? with the change implementation only, with the change management implementation only. Like step by step, we are adding the functionalities, we are adding the stores inside the cities, more stores inside the cities. Okay, like they are attracting the customers. Now it is one brand, and now we have goodwill on the DMart. So they expanded their business like that. That means they expanded their business like that, and they are based upon what happening. So that DMart business is growing. That means maximizing the value of their business. Yes or no? Okay. So these are the few examples of change management. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So here you can see up to incident and problem. You deal with the issues you are getting in your business. Okay, you deals with the issues you are getting in your business. Change request. Yes, change request also deals with the, if you get any problems within your business, yes, change request will help us. And if you want to add on the extra functionalities to your existing business, always change management will help us. Always change management will help us. Okay, if you want to add extra functionalities to your existing business, change management will always help us. And maybe we have some outdated functionalities, maybe we have some outdated products nowadays we are not using, for example. Okay, so we don't require to keep that kind of services, outdated services we don't require to keep. Okay, yes, for example, guys, I hope everybody remember that. So if we want to recharge our network, maybe Idea, Airtel, whatever it may be, previously we have cards, like some scratch cards kind of cards are there. Now it is there. No, mostly we are not using that kind of scratch cards. Yes or no? Yes, they updated everything to online only. Now that scratch cards recharge for that scratch card recharge is outdated functionality, we can say. Okay, we don't require to use that one. We have to remove that services from our business. Okay, we have to grow our business like that. Got it, everybody? What change request exactly will do?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Next. So change request table name is change management, or we can say change. Table name is change underscore request. Change table name is change underscore request. Okay. Change request table also extended from the task table. Change request also extended from the task table. Change task table name is change underscore task. Change task table name is change underscore task. Okay. Next. Who are the persons will involve within the change request? So you can see change requester or implementer, change approver, cab member, change manager, process owner. These are the persons involving in the change management. These are the persons involving in the change management. Okay. Change requester or implementer, change approver, cab member, change manager, and process owner. So who is change requester or implementer? Creates and implements a change. Creates and implements a change. Who is going to create a change? Who is implementing our functionalities to live environment or production environment? That person is calling as change requester. For example, guys, one instant is assigned to me, or one ticket is assigned to me related some work. Okay, yes, I have completed that work, and now I have to move my work to production environment. Okay, so by creating a change, so here I am a change requester or implementer, you can say. Got it? Whoever modifying the changes, whoever modifying the functionalities, whoever adding the functionalities to live environment, that person is a change requester. Got it? Yes. Next, change approver. Next, change approver. Change approver reviews full content of change and approves or rejects a change. Approves or rejects a change. Okay. Change approver reviews full content of change and approves or rejects a change. So basically, whatever the work we did in sub-production environments, whatever the work we did in sub-production environments, yes, testing team will test that. And so, for example, we did some software kind of work, for example, related to software department. Yes, if we want to move our work to production environment, if we want to move our work to production environment, that software group members has to approve. Software group members has to approve. Got it? It's kind of a group approval. Okay. So for example, we are implementing some change. We are implementing some change in live environment. So that functionality related owners we have. So those persons has to approve. Okay. Next, CAB member. CAB stands for Change Advisory Board. CAB stands for Change Advisory Board. So sign offs on the changes related to their business or technical area. CAB members sign off on changes related to their business or technical area. Yes. Once we get the technical approval from the change approver, in the change approver, we will get a technical approval. We can technical approval. So they will check technically whatever the functionality we implemented. Okay, everything is perfect or not, they will check. So once technical approval completed from the change approver person, yes, we have the CAB approval. Who will approve the CAB? Who are the CAB members generally? Who are the CAB members? Higher authorities are the CAB members. Higher authorities in the organization is the CAB member. It may be CEO, it may be product owner, it may be service owner, it may be project manager, it may be project architect. Got it? Who are the CAB members here? Yes or no? Higher authorities in the organization are the CAB members. It's like maybe CEO, project manager, project architect. It may be, you can say, the Scrum Master. You can also say Scrum Master. You can also say product owner, service owner. Okay, these are the persons from the CAB. Okay, these are the persons will involve in the CAB. Got it, everybody? They have to sign up in business perspective. Okay, got it, everybody? Yes, guys. So please respond.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next, change manager. Change manager manages the day-to-day process activities. Manages the day-to-day process activities. Okay. So basically, he will take care of day-to-day change management life cycle. Okay. Next, process owner. Process owner owns and maintains the change management process. Owns and maintains the change management process. Owns and maintains the change management process. So basically, so if you want to modify something in the change management process, yes, process owner will take care of that kind of thing. Okay, process owner will take care of those changes. Got it? Yes, from the change management persons. So if you have any queries, please let me know.
So when you say a CAB member actually gets the sign off, right? So
Yes.
After this, is it like a change manager or process owner has to approve again?
No. So we require technical approval and higher authority approval from the CAB.
Okay.
So then after we are implementing change. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe the role of change manager and process owner is the same, just to maintain the activities.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And you can see maybe in the cab meetings, change manager also will involve. Okay, because of our functionalities are moving via change only, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see, guys, this change request we can also say for tracking of our work, for tracking of the functionalities we are injecting to the production environment. Change management will help us. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For tracking of the functionalities we are injecting to live environment, change management will help us. Got it? Yes. Next, what are the life cycle of change management? Yes, we already seen 3 types of changes: standard, emergency, and normal. You can see here. You can see here we have different definitions. Normal change is a non-trivial change that goes through the full change management process. That goes through the full change management process. Standard change, it has low risk, commonly performed change that has been pre-authorized by the change management. Okay, that is pre-authorized by the change management. So commonly, whatever the function, what are the things we are doing commonly, those are called standard changes. Okay. Next, emergency change. Next, emergency change. Emergency change has high impact change that must be implemented as soon as possible to prevent the loss to the business. Okay. Emergency change is a high impact change that must be implemented as soon as possible to prevent loss to the business. Okay, to prevent loss to the business. Okay, high impact change that must be implemented as soon as possible to prevent loss of the business. Okay, guys. So yes, these are 3 types of changes we have. So next, change life cycle. Change life cycle. Here you can see we have 4 phases: creation and scope, approval, implementation, and closure. Okay, there are 4 phases in the change management life cycle: creation and scoping, approval, implementation, and closure. Okay, so what we will do in the creation and scoping, you already knows that. So you can see here we will create a new change request, or we will locate to existing change request. Okay, create a new or locate existing change request. Then after we will classify our change request. So you can say define scope, schedule, and classify change details. Classify change details. And after that, so if it is required, we will also create a change task here. If it is required, we will also create a change task here. And we will assign this change request to individual person or group. Okay, in the creation and scoping phase, we will create a new change request, or we will go to the existing change request. Then after, we will classify a change request. Okay, so if it is required, we'll create a change task as well. Then after, we will assign this change request to particular group or individual person. Okay, yes. Once change request is assigned to somebody, then it has to go for the approval process. You can see changes may be pre-approved. It may be pre-approved. For example, we are talking about standard change. It is a pre-approved change. We don't require any approvals. Okay. Next, changes may need to move through a series of reviews and approvals. Okay. Changes may need to move through a series of reviews and approvals. Yes. For example, if it is a normal change, we required 2 approvals. One is technical approval, and another one is cab approval. Okay. Yes. Once approval was completed, then after we have to implement our change in the live environment. So you can see change task may be created automatically. Complete assigned task. Change task may be created automatically. Complete assigned task. Then after, we are closing the change request. Complete post implementation review if required. Close the change. Yes. Once we moved our changes, once we move our functionality to the production environment, we have to test each and everything. Okay, that should be we are calling as post implementation review, PIR, post implementation review. Once everything is fine, we are closing the change request. Once everything is fine, we are closing the change request. Yes, from the change normal change request, from the normal change request life cycle. So if you have any queries, please let me know.
It's okay. It's done. I mean, it's understood.
Okay, fine.
I
Next,
have one query.
yes, please.
Once created the change request, if any change request,
Okay.
is there any time limit? Like it will be soon closed or like that?
So basically, here you can see we are doing change request. That means we are interacting with the live environment or production environment. Yes or no? Yes. So if you are implementing a change request, you have to set the timings as well. So I'm going to move, I'm going to add my functionalities to the production environment from this time to this time. Okay. Got it? Yes,
Okay.
here we have, here we will add the time scales. Okay. So from when to when you are going to modify the functionalities in the production environment. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, guys. So if you have any queries, please let me know here. Okay, fine. Next, I'm going to Servicenow instance. I'm going to our Servicenow instance here. Okay, I'm going to Servicenow instance. So here you can type change. Yes. Once you type change, here we have change application. Here we have change application. You can click on create new. You can click on create new. So you can see it is loading. Okay. So here we have to select what type of change request you are going to do. Here models, it is available. Whether it is a normal change or it is emergency change. If we go to the pre-approved, these all are the standard changes. Got it? In the models, you are able to see emergency change and normal change. In the pre-approved, you will see the you can say what? Standard change. This is standard change. So standard change means so repeated work, you can say. So you can say replace printer toner. Okay, for the printer, we have to replace a printer toner for every month, you can say. Okay. So next, change VLAN for Cisco switchboard. So maybe these all are the regular tasks. So that's why those are the pre-approved. For example, now I'm going to create a normal change request. Now I'm going to create a normal change request. I'm clicking on the normal change. Yes. Yes, it's loading the form. Here you can see this is the change request form. This is the change request form. So you can see the what are the states of change request? New, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review, close, cancel. Okay, these are the states of the change request. I'm repeating: new, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review, close, and cancel. These are the states of the change request. Then here you can see, so maybe I'm adding something. I'm saying service now, weekly release. I'm saying something like this. Service now weekly release. So category, I'm saying it may be services, software. Category maybe I'm saying software. So it is a normal change request. It is a normal change request. Next, maybe I'm assigning it to software department. Maybe. So who will create a change request? Who will create a change request? Change request will be created by the change management team. Change request will be created by the change management team. Okay. It can be created by the change implementer or change requester. Got it? It is not created by anybody in the organization. Okay, guys. Yes or no? For example, we are all working in one project. We all are working in one project. Yes. Daily, some tasks are assigning to us, and we are working on those. And finally, we have to move our tasks to the production environment. From our team, whom going to create a change request? Maybe team lead, maybe the project manager. Okay, got it? Everybody got it? Who is going to create a change request?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Next. So here you can see, here we have to fill all the details. So justification, why you are going to add this functionality. If you add this functionality to the production environment, so what is the advantages of our business? Okay. Yes, we have to mention here. Next, implementation plan. How you are going to implement your functionalities in the production environment. Okay, how you are going to implement your functionalities in the production environment. You have to mention here. Next, risk and impact analysis. So by adding new functionalities to the existing, if you are adding your functionalities to production environment, are you going to get any risk? Yes. If we have any risk, yes, we have to mention here. Maybe, for example, if I'm adding my functionality to the live environment, some functionalities will disturb. For example, maybe it's going to disturb. If we have that kind of thought, you have to mention here. Okay, got it? Yes. Yes. Next, you can see. Why? Okay, 1 minute, guys. How to ignore this one? I don't know from where I got this one. Yes, there. No, it is not going. 1 minute, maybe I will try to save this change request. It will gone. Yes. It's gone. Okay. Yes. Next, backout plan. Backout plan. You can say backout plan. So for example, if you are added your functionality to the production environment, for example, you want to revert your functionalities from the production environment. Okay. So whatever the functionalities you are planning to add, if you want to remove that functionalities from the production environment, how we have to remove those? How to remove those changes from the production environment? So we have to mention here in the backup plan. Next, test plan. Once you added your functionalities, once you added your work to production environment, how you are going to test? How you are going to test? You have to mention here. Got it, everybody? Planning form section. Everybody got it? So what is justification, implementation plan, risk and impact analysis, backout plan and test plan? Everybody got it?
Yes.
Okay. Next. So after this, we have to schedule. After this, we have to schedule your change request. When are you going to implement this change request in the production environment? So my plan start, we have to select plan start, for example. So my plan start date is today. I'm going to do it. For example, now the time is 17. So maybe I'm going to start at 18. So for example, you can say, I'm going to start at this and I'm going to end after 1 hour exactly, for example. So it may be, it required 1 hour to complete my work implementation on the production environment. So you have to you have to mention here. Okay, you have to mention here. So if you want, you can also fill the remaining details. Like if the if any of the cab members require. So if you want to do, yes, you can do. This actual start date and actual end date fields automatically fill. Okay, automatically populate. Actual start date and actual end date fields are automatically filling. Okay. Yes. Actual start date and actual end date fields are automatically filled. Next, conflicts. So if we have any conflicts, so basically we have one definition in the change request: conflict detection. Conflict detection. Okay. So conflict detection says that are you going to make changes to the correct configuration item or not? Okay.
Yeah, Anji.
Yes,
Hello.
please. Yes, Sai
Uh,
Krishna.
uh, com yeah, coming to schedule,
Okay.
what is the
Yes.
difference between the planned start date and planned end date and actual start date and actual end date?
Yes. Yes. So, for example, you have planning to implement our changes to the production environment, maybe 18 to 19, 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you will not do exactly that 1 hour, right? Exactly that 1 hour. Okay. So you may start at 18:05, or you may start at 18:01, or maybe so here you mention only 1 hour, but in the actual end, maybe it take 5 to 10 minutes more time. Okay. Maybe within half an hour only you have completed your work in the production environment. Okay. So it will take those details automatically. Got it?
Okay.
So in the plan start date and date, you have planning to do the changes in the production environment. These timings are your plan, you are planning for. But actually is, so exactly you work from this time to this time. Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Yes. Once schedule is completed, so we have conflicts. So basically here we have to add a configuration items. So for what configuration item you are going to modify, for what configuration item you are going to implementing a change. Okay, here we have to add. So you know that notes and closure information. If you want to communicate with somebody, yes, closure information also while closing the change request it is required. Save. Yes, guys, till now, if you have any queries from this change request form, please let me know. Guys, so please respond. Please be active in the class and ask more questions as you have. Yes, Rahul.
Can you explain about conflict?
Sorry, conflict detection. You are asked conflicts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So basically, in the conflicts, so it will automatically take, or we have to add it. So for which configuration item you are going to modify? For which configuration item you are going to modify? Okay. Configuration item means anything which is involving in the IT service. Okay, maybe you are going to modify for some application. You are going to modify something in the leave management application. Okay, we can say. Yes, like that. Got it? Here we have one more word called conflict detection. Conflict detection identifies that whether you are going to modify to the correct configuration item or not. All these things it will check. Okay. Yes. Yes. Rahul or Ramesh, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Next. Yes. We have successfully created change request. Now, once after creation of change request, you have to go for the approval. Now you can see I'm clicking on the request approval. Yes. I'm clicking on the request approval. Yes, it is going for the software group approval. Because of in the assignment group, we have given software. Okay, it is going for the software group approval. So you can see assignment group is software. Okay, assignment group is software. So change is waiting for approval. So here we have given assignment group software, then that means it went to the software group approval. You can scroll down. Okay. Where is approvals? Yes, here we have approvals. Okay. So group is software. These all are from software group. If anybody is approved from this group, that is fine. So for example, Fred Ludy went to this change request. He has seen all the details we filled. Okay. And he feel, yes, it's good to go. He feels it's good to go. And he is approving it. Okay. For example, he is approving it. 1 minute, I think I have to security development, 1 minute. And scroll down. So you can see, yes, we have successfully, Fred Ludy successfully approved. Then after, it went for the another approval. That means CAB approval. Okay. After some time, after that, it went for the CAB approval. So in the CAB approval, who are the members? CAB approval, this Christine, Ron, and this John, Luke, and Bernard Lobby. So these are the persons from the CAB. So anybody from this is approving. For example, this Christine was approving this change request. For example, yes, approved. Now you can see. Now it was in state. Now approval process is completed. Now approval process is completed. Okay, guys. Yes or no? Now approval process is completed. Okay. Now it is in the schedule state. So you can see if the change request is in asset state, that means it is with assignment group approval. It is with assignment group approval. If the change request state in authorized, it is with CAB approval. Okay, guys, got it? Now it is in schedule state. Now it is in schedule state. And we have to wait until this plan start date comes. We have to wait until this plan start date comes. Okay. Now, for example, now the time is 18. Now the time is 18. Okay. Then we have to start implementing. So whenever the change request state was moved to implement, then actual start date will automatically populate. Then actual start date will automatically populate. So this question, this point will ask in interviews. When actual start date will auto-populate in the change request form. Whenever the change request state move to the implement, then it will auto-populate actual start date. So you can see, now I'm going to implement this change request. That's why I'm clicking on implement. Yes. I started implementing this change request. Okay. Yes. You can see now it was in implement state. That means we are injecting our functionalities to the live environment, production environment. You can see. Okay. Somebody asked about actual start date, right? Is it okay? Yes. Now, whatever the work you did, whatever the changes you are going to make in the production environment, yes, now we have to do it. Now we have to do it. Okay. Once all your changes are completed, once your change implementation is completed in the production environment, so you have to click on the review. You have to click on the review. Whenever the change request state move to the review, actual end date will automatically populate. Actual end date will automatically populate. Got it, everybody? Yes. Now I'm clicking on review. So you can see. Populated or not, actual end date. Yes, it is populated. Now it was in review state. Now we have to do the post implementation review, PIR. post implementation review. Now we have to check whatever the work we added to the production environment, we have to check whether everything is working fine or not. Okay, whatever the work we added to the production environment, we have to check that whether everything is working fine or not. So if everything is fine, now we have to close a change request. Now I'm closing the change request. So you can, while closing the change request, how this change request was implemented in the production environment, you have to mention all these points. Okay, so I'm closing it. So this is the normal change request process. This is the normal change request process. So here you have any queries, please let me know. Any queries? Yes.
Hello, Anji.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. Because of this change, any disturbances happen in work, again we have to update the thing, right?
No, I didn't get it. So you can repeat.
No, actually now it is successful. I mean, like after the change, everything is working fine.
Yes.
So what if it is not successful? We have to redo something else, right? Change something else, right?
Yeah, here we already mentioned, right, how we are going to redo. Backward plan means removing implemented changes from the production environment. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
I mean, in this change request, we will do anything. I mean, update again anything.
No, we'll not update anything. So for example, if change request is not successful, okay. So if this change, wait, if this change request is not successful, for example, so you will simply follow the backward plan and you will redo the changes. Okay, you will remove all your changes. So in the closer information, you will mention what happened with these and what you did and all. Okay, you will close this change request with unsuccessful. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, guys, who have any queries, please let me know. Can I move on to the next change, standard change?
Yes.
So basically, here I haven't created any change task. Okay, here I don't have created any change task. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, sorry guys. So 1 minute, please. So I got some important call. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So can I navigate to standard change? Yes. Is everything is fine from this normal change request process?
Yes.
Okay. So next you can see. Next, standard change life cycle. So the process of change request is same for the standard change, if it is an emergency change, if it is a normal change. Okay. We have few things. We have small changes with the standard change and emergency change. So in the standard change life cycle, this creation and scope phase is same. So here use standard change template to create a change request. Okay. So basically within the standard change request, we will use the existing standard change templates. Because of this is a standard change means daily routine work, right? So routine work. So that's why we will create some templates. Whenever we are going to do that change, simply we will use that template instead of filling form every time. Okay, got it? And after we'll define a scope and we will schedule a standard change and we'll classify a change details. Okay. And if it is required here also, we'll create a change task and we will assign the standard change to individual or group. Okay. We will assign the standard change request to group or individual. So in the creation and scoping, if you have any queries, so you can see if it is a normal change request, we have created a new change request. Okay, from scratch. From the scratch, we have created, we filled all the details. So if it is a standard change request is a daily routine work, we can say. Okay, standard change is a daily routine changes we are going to implementing in the production environment. That's why we have some standard change templates. Okay, we will prepare some standard change templates. Instead of filling the change request form from scratch, we'll use the standard change templates and the details will auto populate into the change request form. Got it, everybody? And remaining things all are same. Next, approval. It is a pre-approved change. CAB approval may be required. It is a pre-approved change. CAB approval may be required. Here in interviews, they will ask one question. For implementation of standard change request, is approvals are required? So for this, answer is no. We don't require any approvals for implementing a standard change request. But creation of standard change templates. Here you can see creation of standard change templates. We require approval. Got it, guys, everybody? Yes. For implementation of standard change request, we don't require any approval. So we are saying for the standard change, we have some templates, right? We are going to implement some standard change templates, right? For that standard change templates, we require the approval. You can remember this point. In interviews, they will ask. Okay? Got it, everybody? Yes, sir, no. So guys, please respond. Am I audible?
Yes, Sanjeev.
Okay, fine. Next you can see implementation. Yes. Once approval process is completed, here we don't have any approvals in the standard change. Then after, so in the implementation plan, if the change task is required, we will create the change task here also, and we will complete the all change tasks, and we will implement whatever the functionalities we have to the production environment. Then after, we will review our functionalities in the production environment that we are calling as post-implementation review. If everything goes fine, so we will close this change request. If everything goes fine, we will close this change request. This is the life cycle of standard change request. Okay. So here, if you have any queries, please let me know. Now I'm going to create a standard change request. Okay, I'm going to ask. So here I'm going to click on create new under change application. I think it's opening. Yes, here we have pre-approved. In the pre-approved, these all are the standard change templates. Now I'm going to implement a replacing a printer toner. Now I'm going to implement a replacing a printer toner. You can see you don't require to fill the form. It will automatically take from the standard change template. Even you can see planning also, it was taken automatically. Got it, everybody? So now I'm going to submit this change request. Wait. Now I'm going to submit this change request. Yes, first of all, I'm saving it. And you can come here in the schedules, you can see we have to fill the schedule. Yes. Here my plan start date is now itself I'm giving. End date maybe I'm giving 18. Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm saving it. We have to give plan start date and end date. So next, you can see now it was in new. There is no access or authorized states here. So you can see directly it is showing schedule instead of request approval. Okay. Instead of request approval, directly it is showing access and schedule. Okay. Here there is no approval. Now I'm directly going to the schedule state. Yes. And we have to wait for schedule time we have given here. Once the time comes out, so we have to start to implement. Yes, I'm going to implementing this. Now I'm going to implementing this. Okay. Yes. I started implementing this in the production environment. So actual start date is auto-populated. Yes, my implementation is completed. For example, now I'm going to review this. Yes, now I'm doing the post-implementation review, for example. Yes, my post-implementation review also completed. Now I'm closing this change request. Okay, with a result. Yes, I will say change is successful. So sometimes what happens is, yes, it is successful and maybe some other functionalities also will disturb. Okay, we have this option also, successful with some issues. Okay, yes, I'm selecting successful. I'm writing how I was implemented this change request and all. Okay, and I'm closing this change request. Yes, here you can see there is no access and authorized states. It is directly went to the schedule state. Okay. Yes, any queries, please let me know from the standard change request. No queries. Yes.
Anji,
Yes, please.
In real time, organizations they may create our personal fields for our requirements, right?
Yes. So you can see as of now, we have seen incident management, problem management. Now we are seeing change management. So the fields appearing on the forms or lists, those are the default functionalities given by the Servicenow. Default functionalities given by the Servicenow. If we go to real time, so every organization make changes to these forms. Okay, as per their business requirements. Got it?
Okay, Anji.
Yes. For every form, they will modify. Maybe sometimes they will modify the label names. For example, here you can see, here we have number. Maybe they don't, their organization requires some tracking ID or application ID, something like that. They will modify all these things once they take subscription from the Servicenow company. Okay. Yes. Next. So next you can see emergency change request. So I will tell you emergency change request and I will stop the today class. Okay. So if we have time, so I have some activity, some interaction section, something like that. So you can see emergency change request. So you can see in the emergency change request also, we have 4 pages, creation and scoping, creation and scope. So here, create a new or locate existing change request, create new or locate existing change request. Define scope and classify change details. No planning or schedule required here. You can see planning or schedule is not required basically here. Planning and schedule is not required basically. Okay. Assign to a group or individual person. Then after we have a ECAB member. ECAB means Emergency Change Advisory Board. ECAB stands for Emergency Change Advisory Board. Emergency Change Advisory Board. Okay. So they have to approve. So basically, in the what we discussed with the CAB, in the CAB, there may be a CEO, product owner, service owner, project manager, project architect, scrum master. We discussed like so all these persons will involve in the CAB. But in ECAB, who will involve? In the ECAB, who will involve? One minute, guys. So today we have so many disturbances. Please. Yes, guys. So you can see in the emergency cab, in the ECAB, who is going to involve in the ECAB? So maybe CEO, maybe product owner. Got it? Maybe CEO or product owner. Okay. Yes or no?
Okay, Anji.
Okay, fine. Next, we will implement a change request. Next, we will implement our changes to live environment. And then after, we will review our changes in the live environment and we will close our change request. And we will close our change request. Okay? Yes. So here you can see if you are implementing a emergency change request. Okay. So for example, in the organization, you got some critical issue. In the organization, you got some critical issue. Okay. You have to resolve that particular issue or incident as soon as possible. If you are late to resolve that particular issue, your organization, your business will you lost your business, you can say. Okay. So we have lost with your business. Okay. So then you have to identify the resolution procedure for that, and immediately you have to create a change request. That is emergency change request. Okay. You have to create an emergency change request and you have to implement as early as possible in the production environment. Got it? Because of it is a critical and it has huge impact on the business. It has huge impact on the business. Got it, everybody? Yes or no? Everybody got it? And sometimes here even we are saying CAB approval. Here we are saying some CAB approval. Sometimes we don't require to inform to in the higher authorities also sometimes. So after implementation of these change, you can simply call to your manager or maybe some higher authority person from the ECAB, and you can simply inform to them. Okay, so we got this issue. So with this issue, we have this much huge impact on our business. So we implemented emergency change request, and you have to say like that sometimes in some situations. Okay, got it, everybody? What do you mean by emergency change request? Yes or no?
Okay.
So apart from the regular normal change request process, if you want to implement your changes as early as possible, okay, you have to create an emergency change request. Okay. Yes.
Anji.
Yes, please.
Here any emergency or standard or normal change is nothing but is we have to develop something right for change.
Yes, exactly. We are going to modify something in the production environment, whatever the change it is. Okay. So how we are categorizing emergency, standard, normal? So regular, So you can see it is an emergency change request. We have to implement as soon as possible. If it is the standard change, that is a routine change, common work every time we are doing in the production environment. That is, we can say standard, normal. We have some proper plannings and we have proper timings to implement. Maybe every week we have to move our Servicenow work to production environment. That is normal, you can say. Got it?
Yes, Sanjay, like we have implemented or developmented something in like 2 weeks sprint or 3 weeks sprint. After that, we have to move prod. Then that time they will create a change request for that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
I got it.
Next.
Thank you.
Yes. Now I'm going to create an emergency change request now. So you can see I'm clicking on create new. So here I'm going to models and I'm selecting emergency. Okay, I'm selecting emergency. And here we have to fill all the details. Okay. So something I'm filling here. And so here it's not mandatory. Here you can see plan start date and plan the end date is not mandatory. Okay. So I'm saving it. So here we have to go for the cab member approval. So it is asking request approval. You can see here we have to provide the assignment group. So yes, I'm providing assignment group and I'm going to request approval. Okay, I'm going to request approval. So here you can see it directly went to the authorized state. There is no access state here. There is no access state here. From the new, it directly went to authorized state. Okay. So you can scroll down. We have cab approval. We have cab approval. So maybe somebody from this cab approving. Somebody from this cab approving. Wait. Yes. They have successfully approved. Okay. They have successfully approved. And we don't require to wait until this plan start date and plan end date. Okay, here we don't require to wait for plan start date and end date. Because of this is an emergency change, we have to implement as soon as possible in the live environment. Okay, yes. Immediately I'm going to implement state. Immediately I'm going to implement state. Okay, yes. And so you can say actual start date is started, and yes, I have implemented my work to live environment, and I'm started reviewing my work, whether I have implemented properly or not. Once everything is fine, we have to close the change request by making close information here. Okay, successfully. I'm saying something, update. Sorry. So we have to close actually, wait. So you can close here. Yes. Now I have successfully closed this emergency change request. Okay. This is the emergency change request procedure. Okay. You have any queries, please let me know from the normal change request, standard change request, and emergency request. So remaining things we can discuss in tomorrow section. Okay. Remaining things we can discuss in tomorrow section. So mostly we discussed everything. Maybe I have to discuss 1 or 2 use cases with you from this change request. Okay. Yes. So I'm taking attendance. 1 minute, I'm taking attendance. Today we have very less attendance. I don't know. So guys, you know that the class daily we are starting at exactly 6 a.m. Exactly at 6 a.m. You can join maybe 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. Okay, within 2 minutes you can join at least. So please don't join late for the classes. Okay, don't late for the classes. So because of if you late for the classes, you miss something, some content in the starting of the class. Maybe it's not, you are not able to understand the entire class. Sometimes if you join late. Okay. So today I was taken attendance earliest at 6:40 a.m. We have only 9 members, including me. Okay. So please, whoever joined late, maybe 3 to 4 members, please don't late for the classes. Okay. And if anybody still fee is pending, so please complete your fee pending. Okay. Yes. Yes, we have 2 more minutes. If you have any queries, please ask me.
Anji sir, Ravi this side. So
Yes.
my instance is not yet. I mean, they have not provided me the instance yet.
Yes. For you, it is showing waitlisted.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can do one thing. You can utilize my instance. Guys, if anybody required, you can utilize my instance. No problem. Okay.
Yeah. I was actually,
my instance,
I need it for practice. I thought why.
Yeah. You can utilize this one, but you don't make any configuration changes. If you want to create instance, yes, you can create. If you want to create problem, yes, you can create problem. If you want to create change, yes. If you want to create any data, yes, you can create, but you don't make any configuration changes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So if anybody required my instance, so these are my instance details. Okay. Admin training @123. You can utilize them. Okay, guys. This meeting will end in 1 minute. Mostly in tomorrow class, I will try to complete change management, and I will also try to complete knowledge management. Okay, change and knowledge management I will try to complete. So still, if we have time, so I will ask some questions from ITSM module. Okay, maybe within 2 classes we will complete the ITSM. Okay, we have only 2 classes required for completing the ITSM. Okay, guys. So then after we are going to start with administration. So there we will create a tables, we will create a columns, we will create different applications and all. So please practice every day's class. So don't postpone practicing your class homework or whatever it may be. Okay. So if you are postponing, it is difficult in future classes. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anju.